Okay. All right. We are just about ready. We are going to go ahead and get things underway. Hey everyone, Spidey Librarian here, and welcome back to Film First Friday, the live streaming show where I watch a movie for the very first time on my YouTube channel and react to it. Tonight, this is a bit of a classic. I feel like this is a big deal here. Okay, I I'm not going to make any secret of the fact that even though I have enjoyed every Godzilla movie that I've seen, and I know what a cultural phenomenon the big, the big scaly reptilian lizard, kaiju, whoever he, whatever it is, I know what a cultural phenomenon he is. I've never been like, I must see every Godzilla film ever, and I'm starting to wonder why I thought that. I've really enjoyed watching the kaiju and dinosaur movies that I have this month. And I think we can safely say that I'll probably revisit this one again sometime. So, um, but I feel like, with this as the final kind of theme supporting media event on the channel this month, I figured we'd end it with a bang and go out with Godzilla from 1954. Now, here's the thing. I ran into a little bit of an issue here because I took a look and I saw that the HBO Max version that has Godzilla, it says it's from 1956. It's 1 hour and 37 minutes long, okay? I went over to Fandango at home to just be like, okay, I'll try to look at, like I want the unaltered Japanese version. Give me the subtitles, give me all that stuff. And this is interesting because the version that is up for rent for $5.99, which is the most I've ever paid for a rental off of Fandango. Well, I haven't paid it yet. But it says it's from 1954, but it's also 1 hour and 37 minutes long. Now, I think, Mesozoic, based on what you've told me, the 1956 one that's made for Americans adds extra time on because they put this American character in. So I guess my question is, are these two versions the same and someone somewhere is lying? Or did they edit the American cut in such a way that it was also exactly 1 hour and 37 minutes long? Can anyone provide any insight? Because if this version on Fandango at home for $6 is the same as the one on HBO Max, I'm not going to lie, I'm going to be a little upset for different reasons. If anyone can give me any perspective on that, I would love to know, because right now it's between me watching it on HBO Max, which says 1956, 1 hour and 37 minutes long, or renting it off of Fandango, which says it's from 1954, but is also 1 hour and 37 minutes long. So if anyone's got any perspective here, I would love to hear from you. All right. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. Mesozoic starts off, hell yeah, talk about a way to end an awesome month. I really hope you've enjoyed this month. This has been a lot of fun for me too, actually. So, all right. Let's see. CG Anime Fan is here. I hope that you have a really good time seeing Godzilla. I anticipate a good time. I do know something about the 1954 Godzilla film, he goes on. An actor from the film almost had a cameo appearance in the 2014 Godzilla, but the cameo got cut out. Really? Okay. Mesozoic says that this to him is one of the most influential movies of all time, the main starting point of so many kaiju films. Agreed. You even got a Godzilla shirt for the occasion? Nice. Very nice. Okay, the American cuts some stuff out with the American guy, which is 1 hour and 9 minutes, so maybe the HBO Max one is the right one. Wait. The the American cut is shorter than the Japanese version? Really? And it's only like an hour and 9 minutes? That is crazy to me. Um, yeah, I don't know. I wish I could find, because like there are ratings and reviews from Rotten Tomatoes on the Fandango at home page. I really wish I could see comments on this specific version that I would like that I would likely rent, because I'm looking to see if there are any other versions of Godzilla. And I mean, I'm seeing like the 1998 movie with Matthew Broderick. And then there's 1954, the one they want $6 for. Godzilla 2014. And then it's like, Godzilla 2000 or Godzilla versus Kong or Shin Godzilla or, like stuff that I know is not the 1954 original. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Okay. All right. Mesozoic has HBO Max. He's going to check. Okay. Because, I mean, the way this is looking, at least based on what I can, you know, posit from the, from the, just from both versions, there is, like, they appear to be the same movie. And if that's the case, then I don't want to pay $6 for one that is not going to provide the experience for which I'm looking. So, by the way, and just for full disclosure, I am off tomorrow. I am having a beer or two, maybe. So just so you know, I'm having a drink while we watch our final kaiju movie. So, all right. Oh, you didn't pay for it. Okay. So I think what I'm gonna do in the interest of just in the interest of financial caution, I mean, I realize it's only $6, but if it's the same movie that I would be watching on HBO Max, I I think I'm just gonna watch the one on HBO Max instead of paying for it. So yeah, maybe try going through it quickly. If you see a guy with a tape recorder, it's the American version. When would we see the guy with the tape recorder? Like, when would he show up? Like, would he show up around the 2 minute mark, the 5 minute mark? Like, like I hold on. We're gonna go ahead and oh, I need to mute the sound so that you guys can't hear it, because then it's gonna become an issue if anyone can. Okay, the Criterion Collection, blah blah blah. Okay, we've got Japanese. See, we got Japanese kanji script for the credits, and so I'm seeing a bunch of translations for the Japanese names. I'm gonna mute this so that none of the sound comes over the microphone. So let's see. Let me just see. I see an attack. I see a bunch of. Okay, I want to. Are we hearing or? Okay, so they're speaking Japanese. I don't know if that makes a difference. And I've got sound and everything, but I don't see anything so far that suggests to me this is anything other than, if they're speaking in Japanese with American subtitles, then it's got to be okay. All right, good. Okay. So then we're just going to watch it on HBO Max then. That just makes the most sense right now. So what I'm going to do is, well, I'm not going to edit it. I'll edit it after the fact. I think I said that I was going to watch this on Fandango at home, and that is no longer true. I'll be actually watching this on HBO Max. So just know that if you got HBO Max, you can watch it along with me. And I think at this point, I'm going to do a quick sound test with the headphones. We know that the mute button works. So I'm going to unmute it and then plug in the headphones. Just doing all the regular things. And I'm just going to go ahead and play about 30 seconds of it here. We got a nice little Criterion Collection, animation here. Okay. Made with the support of the Japan Coast Guard. Okay. And I think we finally got some sound. Okay. All right. Hopefully you guys are not hearing anything. Okay. Was that the sound of Godzilla screaming, or was that just a really, like, you know, um, cacophonic? I don't know, sound that they made. Okay. All right. So we've got that underway. I'm going to put my second beer over here. Hopefully, Trouble will not knock it down anytime soon. As soon as I said her name, she looked up. So, hi, baby. Hello, your dad loves you. Okay. All right. So now that we got the versions checked out, we're gonna go ahead and get things underway. That was Godzilla's roar. Okay. All right. Now, before we get started, just need to let you know if you are here looking for audio or video from the feature in question, in this case, Godzilla 1954, I'm afraid that's not going to happen. What you see here is what you get, which is me watching the feature and reacting to it on this live stream. This is a watch party, and so you'll have the opportunity to watch it along with me. I will have a timer on the overlay. Let me go ahead and bring up the relevant overlay. There we go. And yeah, so you'll have the opportunity to watch along with me. I have the timer right here. And so you can basically see where I am and then sync up if you would like to do so. Um, I would also like to make some reaction video content off of this footage at some point. I don't know when that'll happen, but it'll eventually happen. And so we will be doing an introduction. I will also we'll be doing the viewing itself. I'll do what I call the post-mortem, where we kind of just review and react to what we've watched. And then finally, there will be an outro, and then we'll be done. And that's basically the pecking order. If this is not the kind of content you're looking for, hey, I get it. I understand. Please feel free to click away. I don't want to waste your time. And I also don't want to, I don't want any negative engagement from people who think that I'm clickbaiting them. Hello, Trouble. Look who just showed up, everyone. Hey, hey, hi, how are you? Sorry, everybody. This is my channel producer here, though. When she shows up, I must give her the attentions. So, Trouble, what's up, baby? I think Trouble wants her treats. So I'm gonna go ahead and just move us back over to this screen really quickly. We're gonna give her her treats, and then she will probably toddle off. So give me just a moment. My apologies. Hold on. Okay. All right. Here we go, baby. Okay. All right. Come here, Trouble. Come here. Whoa. Did you see that? She swatted at me and made me drop it. Come on. No, you got to come up here and get it. What? You got to come up here and get it. Come on. Okay, if you don't want it, we don't have to give it to you. Come on. Come on, Trouble. Come get it. See, was that so hard? Come on. She like bit down on like both of my thumb or both of my thumb and my finger, but her teeth are getting the hard part and so it doesn't hurt. It's really funny to me. Okay, all right. That's it, baby. Your dad loves you. If you can't find the one that you knocked out of my hand, it's somewhere on the floor. That's on you. Okay, guys. All right. My apologies. Let's get back to Film First Friday. So, all right. So with all that said, we are going to go ahead and do the actual intro, and we are going to do that intro right now. Hey everyone, Spidey Librarian here, and welcome to Film First Friday, the live streaming show where I watch and react to a movie for the very first time on my channel. Today's feature is the 1954 classic Godzilla, or, as I believe it is properly pronounced, Gojira. And please remember that as Film First Friday serves as both a watch party and reaction, this will serve as both a reaction and watch party to the 1954 film Godzilla. I'm just going to keep it as Godzilla because I'm American and we mispronounce everything. So, all right. Hi. What? She probably lost the treat when she smacked it out of my hand. I'm sorry, baby. I gave you all the treats I had. You need to not smack your dad's hand when he's got a treat, you know? She really did. She just like smacked my hand. Like, give me that. Sorry, there's no more. There's no more. You gotta go. Okay? She's such a little butt. Okay. Um, oh man. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I've been a Godzilla fan since probably the 1980s when I was a kid. I think I've probably seen scenes and clips from all the Godzilla movies at some point or another. And essentially, um, okay, at least I said Gojira, right? Okay, thank you. Thank you. Um, I've always been like excited to see Godzilla whenever he comes up, but I'm not like a dyed in the wool, like, oh my God, give me every piece of Godzilla media out there. I've never been like that. And I'm starting to wonder why, because I'm really enjoying the kind of tours that I'm taking through dinosaur and kaiju media right now. And this is kind of the granddaddy of kaiju films. You might be able to make like a case for King Kong before it, but really, Godzilla is pretty much the main reason that kaiju has become what it is. Like this is kind of the real epicenter of it, you know? And then you kind of retcon Kong in, sort of, you know? In any case, I'm working my way through MonsterVerse very slowly. I'm working my way through Jurassic Park also very slowly. But I figured if we're going to, if we're going to do a dinosaurs and kaiju theme for the channel this month, then I figure the best way to end it is to go out with a bang. And for me, at least, that is watching this one, the original Godzilla film, the one that, set imaginations ablaze, probably along with lots of fictitious cities and everything. And yeah, so I'm excited to watch this. I'm excited to see where it all began, so to speak. And I think in a lot of ways, this movie is going to be very educational for me, and I'm really looking forward to it. Um, Again, I've never been like a Godzilla super fan, but I've seen the two Godzilla MonsterVerse movies. I I know there are others I've probably seen like when I was a kid, but I can't remember them. So I feel like, watching this initial appearance of Godzilla and then, maybe eventually watching a few other appearances throughout the decades. I think that would be educational for me and a good thing. So, and I just noticed something. Give me just a second here, guys. Yeah, the trouble cam is on. I forgot about that. I've had the film first logo covered up. That's me for you. Okay. In any case, I'm really excited to watch this film, and we are going to do that in just a moment. If you enjoy these reactions, please go ahead and thwip the like button. Sorry. If you enjoy these reactions, please go ahead and thwip the like button, and if you haven't already, consider subscribing as well. Also, consider sharing this out with your friends, your family, your followers, anyone that you think would enjoy my reaction to these media. In this case, fans of Godzilla or kaiju media. Whether you like or dislike this film, let me know why in the comments. I would love to have a conversation with you about this film. Excuse me. Oh, beer burps. There we go. Let me see. And finally, you can find the full and unedited live stream of this reaction on my YouTube channel. Excuse me. There is a master list of all movies that I've watched and reacted to, and I've divided them up into, and I divide them up into smaller playlists by both genre and tag. For, excuse me, for Godzilla 1954, I have it listed on the genre playlists for science fiction, horror, and thriller movies. And I have it on tagged playlists for kaiju movies and Godzilla movies. Whichever of those playlists you go looking for, be sure to find them on my YouTube channel under the category Watch Party. All right, and I think that's everything. So we're going to get started in just a second here. So grab your drink, grab your snack, get yourself webbed in because we are about to hit the go button. All right, here we go. All right, time to put this sucker onto my ears. There we go. Gonna take another drink of my beer. Okay, all right. I'm American and we mispronounce everything. We do. Okay, all right. Let me bring up my tools. I need my script for the timer. There we go. All right, and then most of you know how this goes. I'm going to say, here we go, thwip. About a second later, I will hit play on the feature in question. And then about a second after that, I'll hit go on the timer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a couple of seconds on the timer, give myself a little time cushion there. And then I should hopefully get it to line up pretty well. So, okay. All right. You guys ready for this? Am I ready for this? Do you guys know? Am I ready for this? I think I'm ready for this. So, okay. All right. I think we're good to go. Okay. All right, everyone. 1954's Godzilla. Here we go. Right. And we should be more or less good. Man, these production company, intros are very, very quiet. Nowadays in this day and age, there's all kinds of music and sound, and look how flashy we are. We're so cool, Are these the steps that he's taking? Can you imagine experiencing this in the theaters for the very first time that it ever happened? So this is just like a sound. This is like a soundscape of Godzilla just on the rampage, basically. I'm here for it. I like it. Akira Takarada, Momoko Kochi, Akihiko. I can't. I'm not. I'm not going to be able to read them all at first. So this music is very frenetic, very like, oh my god, you're not going to escape this. You know. Okay. There we go. All right. When you see the director's credits, that means the film is about to start. And here we. Oh, okay. I like the fade out as we, we see the water. Like the music was still playing a little bit. Okay, so these are what? Japanese sailors? Fishermen? What? All right. Everyone's having a chill evening, and then all of a sudden, oh God. It's just a sudden flash from the water, and suddenly your night is shot, guys. Did he like did Godzilla nuke the boat from underwater? Is that what happened? Did he like blow at the breath while underwater? Is that what happened? Distress frequency. Okay. Salvage? Oh boy. Okay. All right. Well, he seems like leading man material. It's like I have to go off the coast. It's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, sweetie. I can't go with you to the orchestra tonight." She's very understanding, man. Okay, so they're taking this seriously. They're like, "Okay, we need to find this ship. This is bad." Okay, he is a tall drink of water. I didn't realize that. Oh, what are they gonna say? This is in the era before cameras too. They couldn't just like give them a video feed or anything. It was just like, yep, nope. You're just gonna have to listen to what we have to say back to you. Whoa! Like the water just lights up and boom, you're hit. You're not just hit. I mean, it's like boom headshot, you know? The Eiko Maru and the Bingo Maru are gone. Wow. Okay, honestly, you think if they knew they wouldn't say something at this point? No, we're sending all the ships out there. Okay, at least some of the sailors are surviving. It's not like everyone just died. So that's nice, I guess. Okay, I said that was nice, but man, these guys are messed up by a fishing boat. Odo Island? Was Odo Island mentioned in Godzilla minus one? It feels like it was. You better hope so, buddy. So far, you've got no answers for anything. Oh, it's like, oh, heck no. The general public does not get in here. That's like, I have. Whoa. The fishing boat got it too? Dude, Godzilla is on a rampage. Naval mines, undersea volcano, ships sink mysteriously at sea, no hope of survivors. Why did they kill the fishing boat off screen, though? You know? Okay, who are these people? Okay, villagers? What's going on? You better hope that raft has got some survivors on it. What? I'm just like I'm like what is on the raft? It's Masaji? Is he even alive? So is he one of them? Is he a villager? I mean, they know who he is. Dude, what happened? What did this? He's like, I'm sorry, I need to go to sleep now. I'm just too. Hey, Lydia. Okay, so how does this guy know about Godzilla? God. Somebody's grumpy. Whenever I see helicopters flying over, I think of Vietnam for some reason. I guess that's one of those scenes that the media has put in my brain, you know? It's a living thing down there. And he's big. He's like, I'm telling the truth, but nobody's going to believe me, which is why I don't want to tell the truth. Even though well, I mean, he didn't see it, right? So I don't know. Oh, God. What? They would sacrifice someone? A little girl? My God. So Godzilla is like a legend to this village. They have some kind of encounter with him, so. So they do the dance and they get a hurricane, huh? Is that how this works? Oh, man. You probably don't want to go out there, kid. I really think. Oh God, oh God, he's going out in it. I think he's seen it. And your house just falls down on you. Oh my God, everyone is losing their shit right now. Okay, so their house fell down, but like, wait a minute, what is that? Okay, all right, so maybe something other than the storm was happening. I guess I don't know. I don't know. I'm just, you know, I'm just along for the ride. 17 houses destroyed, 9 people dead. Wow. Oh, yeah, you got to keep in mind the livestock. I was going to say the damage to the copper or to the helicopter was not consistent with storm damage, you know? To a snowman have been discovered. Okay. So he's basically saying, you know, there are cryptids out there. We don't know. It could be a thing. We're going to send a research team, aka a sacrifice, out to them. So this guy in the sunglasses. Is he wearing an eye patch? Is this their research ship? We'll avoid the dangerous waters, you know. Why would we want to go to the dangerous water? We'll stay here in the safe water where it's, you know, safe. So what? They've got the press and the government touring the village? Yeah. Yeah, you know, some serious stuff went down here. It makes no sense. Why does it not make any sense? Would you believe me if I tell you this really outlandish thing? Because it's probably the it's probably the truth. Because it's radioactive. 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 Whoa, what is that? What is that? Yeah, trilobites have been extinct for a long time. That is a discovery from quite some time ago. Oh, really? He's on the other side of the. Oh, God. We're going to see him in daylight? Are they running to him or away from him? I hope it's the latter. A creature from the Jurassic era? Maybe, but I'm not. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, here. What? Jesus. Is he going to come over the hill? I got to see this. I'm sorry. If I see something that big roaring at me, I'm probably going to go insane. That's just how it is. I swear to yeah, they're running towards it. Some of them are journalists and want to get a picture, so I get it, but still, yeah. If those are feet, that thing is freaking huge. Yeah, he just, poked his head over the hill and he just kind of was like, "Hi." You know? Oh god, the idea of more of him is that's terrifying too. Like those have been gone for millions of yeah. Yeah, this stuff's really radioactive. Strontium 90? So what? The H bombs woke him up? Is that what's going on? Okay, but how and why? We should not rush to make this public. Quiet, woman. Who's this lady who is just challenging him at every point? I kind of love it. The public deserves to know. Atomic tuna. Ugh. If I go to any restaurant that serves atomic tuna, I'm probably going to try it though. I don't want to evacuate. I like being at my house where my stuff is. Oh, they're sending a squadron after him. In other words, don't be there if you don't have to be. Look at this. Yeah, we're tough. We're Navy men. We can handle anything. I mean, what are they firing at? What is this going to accomplish? Yeah, you're just blowing up the water, you know? 20 ships? Oh my god. Oh, they're depth charges. Okay. This young man is like, I'm getting too old for this crap. Okay, so he doesn't want Godzilla killed. I guess I can understand that. But scientists in the military traditionally have not gotten along on these kinds of things. So, you know. Is that a toy boat? Uh-oh. I think your party is about to come to a very quick end here. Would you like to see that all of a sudden in the ocean? Okay. Well, I mean, nobody was hurt that time, right? They just got scared. Ooh, that would be bad. I was gonna say, like, you would have to. He was baptized in the fire of the H bomb and survived. Figure out how it survived this long. Okay, I can get behind that. Okay. Oh, okay, this guy. Okay, the dude with the sunglasses. Okay. He said no, so could you help me get around that no, please? This reporter is very much like, oh God, could you help me get around this? I'm a nosy reporter. And then we got to wheel the bike into the garage, you know? What is he working on then? Well, you see. Okay, what is he hiding something? Is this why we're lingering on him? Everybody's so polite, even when they're having disagreements, you know? He's like, don't ask me about my business, Kate. Okay. Follow me. Let me show you what I'm working on. Oh, okay. You're gonna resurrect Frankenstein's monster. All right. Hey, that's cool. You know, no big deal. Okay, you're gonna resurrect Frankenstein's fish. All right, I get it. I get it. You know, we've all got our fixations. Oh man, you some ugly fish. So I'm going to feed them some of this food that's laced with, I don't know, superpowers. Get back? Hey, how come she gets to see and we don't? So what, did he turn the fish into little mini Godzillas or something? You've had a long day. She's like, yeah, I seen some shit. You have no idea. That's like the most unconvincing lie ever. Yeah, no, 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 nothing, nothing happened. Nothing. I'm gonna go to bed now. Not a thing. Okay. Wow, she comes home after seeing all this crap and then just like starts serving people. Oh boy. I recognize those stomps anywhere. He just really? You think pea shooters are going to do anything against something that big? Dude can survive the pressures of the ocean. Your machine guns are not going to whatever. It's like it is time to evacuate. We are getting the rock out of here. Oh god. Yeah, we're going to just hide in the hills here. No big deal. You know, like you do. Excuse me. All right, he's just going to, lumber on into town. What's up, guys? Godzilla gets to town. He's like, I am here to party. The train runs into Godzilla's foot, and he's just like, hey. You almost knocked me off balance. What the heck? I can't even begin to imagine. It's like you are all fleas to me. Now go away. Oh, I'm gonna pick your bridge up. I'm gonna throw it around. I'm gonna knock it over with my tail. See, we should have heard that roar while he was doing all this. Research teams arrive from around the world. Barbed wire. Barbed wire. Seriously? 50,000 volts? It's not the volts that kills you, it's the amps. That's what Mark Hamill's Joker taught me. So they're going to construct a safe zone with an electrified barbed wire barrier all the way around it. This just sounds like a death trap waiting to happen. We're sending all of the machinery. Yeah, the theme is really good. To me, this theme says, you will not escape. Do not stay at home. Do not stay with your stuff. Get out of there. Sure, let me go get him. We're living under fear of a monster attack, but, why not? He's just like, I can't talk about it. It is, just one of those days. but, 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 what? Because I don't agree with you, you're gonna kick me out? Oh boy. News bulletins. Do not go near it, especially if you happen to be wearing metal. Godzilla's coming up like, oh god, do you guys have any idea how long I had to hold my breath? Oh, he's made landfall. He's like, that tickled. He's just tearing down the towers. This is child's play to him. All right, dude. Pick up the towers and hurl them at the tanks. Oh, okay. I was like, he didn't just freeze them, did he? No, he melted them. Should use that on the tanks. Here we go. People in the streets running. It's like, oh no, here he comes. Okay, look, Godzilla, I'm just saying, you probably got some fire marshals that want to have a word with you now because you're kind of a fire hazard. So you might want to work on that. I'm just saying. Oh my god. He's just gonna blow him the breath. Just like, you know, Gojira, the OG of sick burns. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that mask does look pretty funny. Well, he's like, I'm gonna go over here now and, mess this area up, so get out of my way. I keep wondering when the Power Rangers are gonna show up and defeat him. Oh, God. Oh, look at this scene. Just look at how big he is. You guys are about to get your tanks melted, aren't you? Aren't they? Yep, here we go. Oh, God. Little did they know that the Gojira was a fire mage. I just want one of these guys to start singing, Car 54, where are you? I like the people in the building that he's peeking over. That's a nice touch right there. And those people are probably just frightened out of, oh my god. That's a good visual right there. Oh boy. I mean, it's okay. We didn't think that tower was going to live forever anyways. Oh, don't attack the arboretum. Or not the arboretum, the birdaretum. I don't know. No, don't eat them, the birds. No. He's like, your buildings are stupid and I'm knocking them over. Oh my God. Okay, that's dark right there. We're gonna join Daddy soon. Wow. Wow. That is like one of the darkest, briefest scenes I've ever seen in a movie. I don't like this clock. Make it shut up. Fine. I'll tear it apart. A sea of flames in its wake. Yeah. Well, if you guys could just make him a really big supreme pizza, I'm sure he'd be happy and wouldn't be setting everything on fire. Just make him a really big pizza. Oh, God. I'm just causing floods wherever I go. God. Like, I know he's walking around causing destruction. I get it. But I gotta imagine at least some of it is just like, oh man, I didn't mean to swing my tail quite that hard. Didn't want to knock over Wrigley Field. I kind of like that place, you know? It's kind of what I'm. Oh no. Oh no. I know what happens when his little back spiny things light up. Yeah, head to the underground shelter like you should have done an hour ago. Excuse me. Sorry. That building just imploded on itself. That building was like, nope, I've had enough. I'm done. I'm out. Coming right for this tower. Oh, God, flashing the lights at him? Seriously? Put your damn cameras down. What power? This guy is okay. I gotta hand it to this reporter. He's kind of a boss. He's like, this is it. We're going. Farewell, ladies and gentlemen. Like, just sticks to business, stands on business the entire time. Wow. That is some serious destruction right there. Godzilla surveys his handiwork. He's like, yes, yes, this was good destruction. Just for good measure here. That's it. Yep. I'm a pull this bridge up. I'm gonna flip it over and and then I'm gonna flip you guys the bird as I go out to sea. I don't know. Why'd you have to drop H bombs on it, dude? Oh, here we go. Ah, fighter jets. Everybody's like, "Go away, Godzilla, go!" Are those even gonna do anything to him aside from bounce off of his hide? Is he swatting away the missiles? Is that what he's doing? Like, these things are like the buzzing of flies to me. They're just annoying. Get them away from me. Godzilla's like, these things don't hurt. Besides, you guys all have the aim of a drunk 4-year-old. This isn't gonna work. I'm going back to the water. See you some other time. I mean, maybe he just doesn't want to die, you know? Brr, brr, brr. 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 Oh my God. You have lots of radiation on you. Go to the briefing room. Oh. Oh, the children. Oh, that hurts. Oh, that hurts. Dang. Oh, God. Did she just lie to that child? Oh, there is a secret I need to tell you that I wouldn't tell you, but it's very important that I tell it to you now. Yes. Oh, are we getting? Oh, we're getting a flashback. Oh, okay. I don't have it fully memorized yet, but wait, what? Wait, what about? Oh, okay. So it didn't just kill the fishies; it disintegrated them. That's what he's developing. He's developing the means to kill that thing. Destroyed all the oxygen. Oh, wow. You know, if I decided that I wanted to just nuke all the fish, you know? This is the parallel to the atom bomb. Yeah, just like the H bomb. Yeah. So he's got the means to destroy it. Oh man, why is the phone ringing at this dramatic piece of time? Oh, never mind. It was the doorbell. What oxygen destroyer? I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, she's like, awkward. I'm sorry. Why are you begging for forgiveness? You like witnessed the destruction that that thing caused. Yeah, she's not even allowed to speak for herself. Yeah, Obi-Wan, you're our only hope. Damn it! How did you lock the door that quickly? Emiko, get the crowbar. Oh, is this gonna go badly? Oh my god. Okay. God. What did he do? Did he take a box to the face? You kind of need a weapon of mass destruction right now, my dude. I mean, he does make a good point. Excuse me. I wonder if this is how Oppenheimer felt. You know? Oh boy. You got to imagine that this choir is composed of survivors, and there are probably plenty of other choir members who are not present to sing with them. Yeah, yeah. I feel that vibe. Like, nope, turn it off. I don't need more of this. Except for, when I conduct my experiments and, you know, just turn fish into, molten vapor. Okay. All right. Here you go, Japanese Navy. Here is my prototype oxygen destroyer. Do not misuse it. You're only getting one or two. That's it. Once they're gone, they're gone. I have no notes for you to use. He's, he's like, I'm going down there. I'm going to use it. Hmm. I know how to use it. Dude, he just kicked your ass with a box. Leave him alone. I'm getting real Armageddon vibes from this setup. This is one hell of a way to debut your discovery. Yeah, I would agree. All right. All right. Into the water, dive boy. All right. They're just chilling, walking around on the bottom of the ocean, like you do. Oh, there's Gojira. I got the little radiation wand. You got the oxygen destroyer. Together we're unstoppable. Hey, there he is. Let's go say hi to him. Oh, okay, that's not a radiation wand. That's a flashlight. He's flashing light at it. Like, hey, over here. Come take a look at this. We got something you really want to see. You just stand down there holding it up to him like, hey, look what I got. You want to see this? We're going for the sacrifice play here. Oh man. Wow. Took him down like it was nothing. Yep, sacrifice play. Uh-huh. Dude cut his line. Like, I'm not coming back up. I'm dying with the monster and my device. He is not looking so good. He just flops over on his side, like a fish. Yeah, you take all the oxygen out of the water, damn. Whatever's down there is not going to be able to breathe. Scientist of the century who will not be around to receive his accolades. Oh, dude, you better hope not. Ooh. Wow, okay. That is a very that is a very quick ending. All right, let me go ahead and bring up the let me stop the timer here. Um yeah, like I was expecting, end credits and stuff, and apparently they did not do that with movies back in the day. So, oh, excuse me. Godzilla's like, "Damn it, guys, I'm just trying to take my Oh, they gave him a nap. All right. They gave him a dirt nap." or a non-oxygenated water nap. Oh gosh. Okay, all right. Let's go ahead and move into the postmortem. So, I'm gonna need a moment, but what is Shin Godzilla? Is this like a retelling of the original Godzilla? Godzilla raids again. The return of Godzilla. Godzilla versus Mecha Godzilla. Godzilla versus Biolante? That's a weird looking adversary. Interesting. Okay. I'll have to watch that at some point. Another Godzilla might appear again somewhere in the world. You guys were right because there are 50 plus movies of this guy. I know, right? I've got like five here just on the. You may want to watch these movies because you just finished Godzilla, and I'm like, maybe I do want to watch it sometime. I don't know. I don't know yet. We're gonna have to find out. So okay, all right. Let's get down to it. Okay, so that was the 1954 film Godzilla, and I've got to say, like, on the one hand, there were lulls in the movie where I was just kind of like, oh God, okay, all right, I'm starting to fall asleep here. Let's move it along. Like there were parts when that happened, um, which I mean, pacing back then is not the same as pacing the way that movies are made now, or different from the way it was made in the 1980s. So I'm not gonna hold that against it too much. But on the other hand, I could only imagine what it must have been like to be in theaters and see this kind of thing for the first time ever. Like it must have knocked people's socks off. And so you kind of got to keep that in mind. And the tendency in places like Hollywood and wherever else they make movies is that it's like, oh, okay, all right, we see what we're up against, we see what's come before, but when now we got to go bigger and better, and hopefully better editing and storytelling and pacing and everything. And so I'm I'm okay with this as far as this being the origination point for Godzilla and for kaiju movies in general. This is pretty good. Like this is pretty good. Um, I think that this was helped a lot by the cast was pretty good. Um, I couldn't even tell you anything about the dude wearing the Godzilla suit. Like that must have been an experience so unique and kind of all its own thing, especially at that time. Um, I don't know. Part of the time when he showed up, part of me was going, okay, when are the Power Rangers going to show up and defeat him? But all things considered, I would say this actually does hold up pretty well in terms of just delivering on its premise, which is first kaiju movie ever. You are going to see things on a scale that you do, that heretofore had never been seen by by human eyes, essentially. Like this kind of thing, this kind of cinematic experience had not happened before. And so I can't imagine how thrilling that must have been to see for the first time. This movie is from 1954. This movie is 72 years old. This is definitely the oldest movie that I've watched so far this year. It might be the oldest movie that I've watched on my channel so far. And I think that's pretty cool, actually. I think that, in spite of some of its pacing issues, in spite of some of the, some of the narrative just slowing down to a point where I'm just like, okay, guys, move it along, like the parts that make up for it in a big way. So I enjoyed this. As for a letterbox rating, I think it's pretty easy for me to say this is like a 3.5. And again, it probably loses about half of a point on the 5-star scale just for some of its pacing issues. That's not to hold it against it, but like there are other movies that I know I've enjoyed more than this one. And, that is just one of the factors. Um But yeah, overall, like this was a good watch. If you're a Godzilla fan, you should definitely see this movie. In fact, if you're a Godzilla fan, if you're a Godzilla super fan, this is like required viewing. You owe it to yourself to see how this got started and to see how Godzilla became not only the Japanese cultural phenomenon that he became, but an entirely pop cultural phenomenon for the entire world. You know, we all look forward to a good Godzilla movie. And because of that, I mean, I'm definitely going to continue watching the MonsterVerse films at this point. I probably need to do a rewatch of the 2019 Godzilla movie because I think that's the third one in that series. And then I don't even know what the fourth one is. So, but I'm definitely going to try to watch those along. Sorry, to watch those and just kind of like see where I can trace the origin point from the 1954 movies to all of them from now on, and I can do that now that I've watched it, and that's really cool. So this was a good experience. I really enjoyed this movie, and hopefully you did as well. Thank you for watching this reaction. If you enjoyed it, please go ahead and thwip the like button, and if you haven't already, consider subscribing as well. Also, consider sharing this out with your friends, your family, your followers, anyone that you think would enjoy my reaction to these media. In this case, fans of the Godzilla franchise and kaiju media in general. What did you think of this movie? Did you like it? Did you dislike it? Let me know why in the comments. I would love to have a conversation with you about this film. You can find the full and unedited live stream of this reaction on my YouTube channel. There is a master playlist of all movies that I've watched and reacted to, and I'm dividing them up into shorter playlists, mostly by genre and then also by tags. Godzilla would appear in the genre playlists for science fiction, horror, and thriller movies, and I would also have it in tagged playlists for kaiju movies and Godzilla movies. Whichever of those playlists you go looking for, be sure to look for them on my YouTube channel under the category Watch Party. And finally, sorry, and finally, the Spidey Librarian, no, sorry, I haven't done this one in a while, it feels like. Okay, let me try that again one more time. All right, and finally, channel memberships are now live on the Spidey Librarian YouTube channel. Check out the membership tiers and see which benefits you'd like access to. Perks include shoutouts, members-only videos, members-only live streams, and early access to selected uploaded content, as well as a few other perks. And that's not even mentioning my custom emotes and badges, which I think look pretty good. Check out the membership tiers today and see which perks you'd like access to. And I think that's everything. So, yeah. So, yeah, that's everything. Okay, so thanks again for watching. This is Spidey Librarian, and until my next stream or upload, I'll be wishing you a good day. Okay, all right. Let's see. Oh, we got a subscribe from Queen Glamazona. Well, thank you for subscribing. I hope you enjoy it here. Oh, hi, Trouble. Trouble has come along. Hi, baby. How are you? She's like, Dad, I see the movie's over. You can pay attention to me now, right? Right. Hi. How are you? How are you? Oh, this baby. This baby. I love this baby. This is my YouTube channel producer right here. She's also my cat daughter. Um, I paid a large chunk of money to save this girl's life, and yeah, she is the she's my pal and my buddy and my cat daughter, and I love her very much. Hi, how are you? How are you doing? She's like, Dad, you should come to bed. And I'm like, I'm not going to bed anytime soon. Hi. Hello. All right. Oh, and Queen Glamazona has said hello. Hello. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for being here. And yes, Trouble here is she is so beautiful and she knows it. She's like, "Yes, I am Cat. You may adore me now." One of the emotes, if you ever decide to get a channel membership, is an emote that says "Here comes trouble," and it has trouble on it. Isn't that right, huh? Okay, all right. Let me see what else people have been saying. Let's see. Biolante, hold on, is a Godzilla villain from the Heisei era of Godzilla. I don't know what that is, but feel free to explain it. All right. Overall, Mesozoic thinks that Godzilla 1954 holds up extremely well. It's just an amazing movie despite some pacing issues. It's a great film that has all of his respects. Yeah, no, I understand why. You gave it a 9. I gave it the equivalent of about a 7. And that's partially probably because I'm just not like a Godzilla super fan. Um, but it definitely was enjoyable, and it definitely is a step towards me becoming more of a Godzilla fan. So, if I'm ever interested in watching the other Godzilla movies, Mesozoic wants to know. He'd love to see what I think of them and help give a guideline. Yes, the good, the bad, and the weird. I'll definitely keep that in mind. So, let's see. The fourth MonsterVerse movie is Godzilla versus Kong 2021. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie. I really want to see that. I want to see those two fight. I imagine that is a bonkers, and I cannot wait to get around to that. So, hi, baby. Are you gonna come over here where I don't want you to be? Here, let me move my beer, okay, so that you're not knocking over bottles. All right. Okay, come here. Come on. Come on. You can come over here and I'll turn on the trouble cam, okay? Come on. Come on, I'm making room for you and everything, huh? She's like, "Well, now that you want me to do it, Dad, I don't know if I want to." So, yes, you're such a sweet girl. You're such a sweet girl. Your dad loves you so much. Yes, he does. He loves you so much. Yeah. She's thinking about it. She's thinking about it. Okay, all right. Okay, everyone. Well, I am going to go ahead and activate the trouble cam so that you guys can see her. There we go. See, you can see my baby. You can see my baby. So, okay. Let's see. And again, real sorry for disappearing a while back before the month. I'll definitely try to be part of next month's theme because it sounds interesting. I'm actually looking forward. So, next month's theme on the channel is deep waters and the ocean. And this was a theme that was actually suggested to me by one of my young adults over at the library. And hi, hello. Okay, sweetie, you need to lay down, okay? Okay. You can lay down. It's okay. I know you shouldn't be here, but that's not going to stop you. Yeah. Okay. Trouble, please don't step on the keyboard, all right? Please don't do that. In fact, I'm going to get rid of this so that you can't trigger there. All right. Please get your paws off the keyboard. I love you. Stop that. Can you guys see her? Can you guys see her? Wait, no. It made me turn off the trouble. How did you do that? How did you do that? Huh? Huh? How did you do that? Oh, this sweet cat. I can deny her nothing. All right. Let's see. But yeah, so I'm gonna be playing like it's funny because like I have so many different ways and means to support the channel theme in February because like I'm gonna do four movies that work with the underwater in some way. What am I going to be showing? I'm going to be showing Atlantis, The Lost Empire, which I've never seen, Dagon, an H.P. Lovecraft story, um, Moana, and The Abyss. All of these are movies that I have never seen, so I'm looking forward to that. But it doesn't stop there. If you go to like if you're ever here on Sundays for Cozy Game Oasis, I've got three cozy games that are all water based. There's Coral Island, which is basically Stardew Valley set on an island. There's going to be Subnautica, which you could make the case that that's not a cozy game, but it definitely there are some cozy aspects to it when you get to base building and everything. Until then, it's also a lot like Minecraft survival mode, so And then my personal favorite on the I think on the, I want to say February 15th, I'll be playing Dredge. Dredge is a Lovecraftian fishing game. It's a fishing game, and I'm really looking forward to playing more of that. Trouble, don't snuggle the microphone. What is wrong with you? Look at you. She had her head hanging off the edge of the table, and the only thing that was supporting it was my hand. So when she flailed like that a second ago, it's because I had taken my hand away because I needed to do something else, you know? You are such a little butt. Oh, okay. All right. Would you stop knocking stuff down with your tail? No. All right, sorry about that. I think I muted myself for a moment. Okay, let me see what else you guys are saying. Okay, so basically, Godzilla Heisei era was a film series that ran from 1984 to 1995, rebooting the franchise by ignoring all previous sequels except the original 1954 film. They're very good. Okay, all right. Kind of like what Halloween did with the most recent Halloween films, where they ignored everything except Halloween 1 and maybe 2, and then like pretended everything else had not happened, right? Queen Glamazona says that Biolante is a lot like the plant monster from Little Shop of Horrors. Oh, feed me, Seymour. Feed me all night long. Oh, man. Oh, you're gonna love Godzilla versus Kong then? Nice. I'm like I want to watch Godzilla 2019, but I mostly want to do that so that I will be up to speed by the time we get to Godzilla versus Kong. So, yeah. Let's see. Queen Glamazona says that I should watch the American version of Godzilla with Raymond Burr. Raymond Burr? Okay. What year is that from? Yeah, sorry. I just noticed that I lost sound. It probably had something to do with when I moved to Trouble. So, yeah, the Heisei films are some of the most important films in Godzilla. Okay, all right. Well, I'll keep it in mind. But yeah, I don't know. It's how many Godzilla films are there? That's actually something I'm surprised I haven't looked up yet. How many Godzilla movies are there? Let's find out. Okay. So under the Wikipedia entry for Godzilla the franchise, there are 38 Godzilla films, 33 Japanese films produced and distributed by Toho Company, and 5 American films. One by TriStar, and 4 films, the ones that are part of the MonsterVerse franchise by Legendary Pictures. So yeah, that's damn. Toho really like they really hung on. So yeah, that's interesting. Um, the one with Raymond Burr is the 1956 film. Ah, okay, all right. Um, Revised continuities are so confusing. They definitely can be. But I mean, sometimes the original continuity just gets so screwed up because like the people making the sequels are just not fans, or they don't pay attention, and they just, you know it, I'm not saying this is true, but it sometimes feels like they just don't care. So I can understand the need for a revised continuity from time to time, but I definitely understand like how that can be upsetting to someone who, has invested the time and energy to try to figure out what the actual continuity is. So most of them are from the Showa era, which is the first era, so you can mostly skip those. Okay. They shot new scenes with Raymond Burr and spliced them into the original Godzilla. Which is interesting because, like, this one claims to be the 1956 movie, the one that we just watched, but that one's clearly the 1954 Godzilla. The original Japanese one, the 1956 one, should have. I would think it would have more footage, but apparently it'd have a longer running time. Apparently, it has a shorter running time, which is also just like confusing to me because I'm like, if you're gonna make a cut for the American audiences, and you're adding an American character to it, then why wouldn't it be longer? I don't know, but that's just my thing. So HBO Max is weird, and one example of HBO Max being weird is because when I'm on the treadmill, I'm usually watching Batman the Animated Series. Channel members can see those treadmill show reactions, but their version of the seasons of like the season and episode numbers for Batman the Animated Series are just like it's like Google has something completely different. HBO Max has something completely different, and who knows which is right? So, all right. There's also a psychedelic Godzilla that was made in Italy. Really? Mesozoic heard that one sucks. I mean, yeah, but sometimes you got to watch the bad stuff to get the full experience. It hurts your eyes. Okay, all right. I mean, I may have to check it out for the lulls. All right, let's see. CG is not usually a fan of when films ignore sequels, but Superman Returns is one of his favorite films, so he guesses he can't complain too much. That's right, buddy. That's right. You can't be a hypocrite. Well, we're in America. We live on hypocrisy and guns. So okay, it could work. So the production order and air date for Batman the Animated Series are vastly different. So I'm guessing Google is telling me one thing and then HBO Max is telling me the other. That's my guess. So there's some really bad movies like Godzilla's Revenge. Yeah, no, I believe you. I believe you. So, I actually need to write reviews for not only this, but I also watched, what did I watch earlier this week at the library that I'd never seen before? Um, oh, right. I saw Return to Oz. Whoa. You guys want to talk about a weird movie? Go watch that. That is a weird movie. I'm not saying it's bad. I was entertained by it, but it is surprisingly dark for a kids movie, and it is weird. It is like they pulled from L. Frank Baum's like sequel books to The Wizard of Oz, and they went for all of the weirdest stuff in those books and put it in the movies. And also, if you didn't know this, if you know who the actress Fairuza Balk is, that movie is her debut as an actor, and she was Dorothy, and I'm like, like when I saw that, I'm like, what? So yeah, um, it is definitely memorable, and I was entertained by it. So it's gonna get like at least a 3 or a 3.5 from me. But my God, it should have been called Dorothy Gets Shocked There. uh, I like you, Queen Glamazona. I really do. That's a really good interpretation, actually. So yeah, no, it is definitely an experience, though. Like if you like The Wizard of Oz, I'm not gonna promise that you'll like this. Um, and it is a very weird like follow up sequel, but like it technically could be a sequel. Like it really could. So you're a big Oz fan yourself, really? Okay, all right. So then let me ask you then, what other Oz movies should I watch? I've seen the original Wizard of Oz, and now I've seen Return to Oz, and I think that's it. So, what other recommendations would you make? I think there wasn't there one? I'm thinking like because I was an '80s kid actually. I want to say I don't remember if this was a movie or if this was a show that just did its own spin on the Wizard of Oz, but I seem to remember there being like an '80s like Wizard of Oz. I want to say it was done like with the cast of Fame, I think. That show Fame. I'm gonna live forever. I'm gonna learn how to that one. So yeah, there's the Tom and Jerry crossover one. What? What? All right. CG says an underrated Oz film that he really likes is Legends of Oz, Dorothy's Return. Also recommends Wicked. If oh no, I haven't seen Wicked. Oh God, I'm gonna have to watch that one on the channel sometime, aren't I? How long is that one? Is that like a 3 hour movie? Because I'm really reluctant to do 3 hour movies. Uh, okay, the runtime for Wicked is 2 hours and 40 minutes. Dear God. Um, let's see. I mean, I could probably do it, but yeah, I don't know. There's a TV show called Emerald City. Tom and Jerry even had a crossover film with Willy Wonka. Oh my God. It's just all over the place, isn't it? Okay, well, I will definitely, yeah, Wicked is two movies now, which I didn't see the sequel in theaters, which is good because I haven't seen the first one. But, damn, 2 hours and 40 minutes. Okay, I don't know. We'll see. The Willy Wonka one was pretty bad. Okay. No, I'll have to get around to that one at some point, but I'm still coming up with like I'm still trying to come up with ideas for channel themes for the year. Um, I'm gonna do. I've got Deep Waters in the Ocean coming up in February. March is gonna be westerns. I'm just like I need to watch more westerns. I need to get my, I need to get my westerns IQ up a little bit. So we're gonna do a few westerns in March, and I'll probably be playing Red Dead Redemption. But yeah, other themes that I've got kind of planned for the year include, let me think. I always do thrills and chills in October. That's pretty much always going to be the October theme for me. Um, I'll probably do Greek mythology at some point this year because the Odyssey comes out in July. So I'll probably do Greek mythology. And along those lines, I'll probably do pirates at some point as well because it'll give me an excuse to keep playing Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Hi, baby. How are you? Hello. You're so pretty. You're so pretty. Your dad loves you. Do you want to sit in my lap? You want to sit in my lap? You want to get warm? Huh? You can do that. Yeah, you can come right there and sit down. There you go. No, please don't snuggle the microphone. This kitty, I love her. All right. Greek. Okay, so Mesozoic is interested in the Greek mythology one. Good, good. Because I'm thinking for Greek mythology. Oh, I'll tell you guys one movie that I definitely plan on watching for Greek mythology month. Hercules. I never saw Disney's Hercules, and I kind of want to see it. So, so I I want to say that I've seen Clash of the Titans, but if I have, I don't remember it. And I'm more convinced that I probably saw like scenes from it and clips from it because I couldn't tell you the story. I just remember like the scene of Perseus slaying Medusa. That's pretty much all I remember. So that's probably going to go on the list actually. And I think I also need to see Jason and the Argonauts. I mean, there's like all kinds of good stuff out there that I need to watch. So, um, let's see. Queen Glamazona's favorite Western is Hanny Calder. I'll have to look that one up. I haven't heard of it. So, let's see. If there's one theme that Mesozoic is kind of interested to see me do is musicals. That's mainly because there's a certain show that he's interested to see what I would think of, but also you also know I'm not doing shows, which you totally get. Okay, so just tell me the show that you're interested in me checking out, because I'll be honest, I'm not crazy about musicals, but I'm not averse to them either. So if we can find some good musicals, I'm not entirely opposed to it. So let's see. Have I ever seen Steve Reeves as Hercules? I don't think I have. I can't say I've heard of him, so so yeah. A Western that CG really likes is A Million Ways to Die in the West. I think I've heard of it. I don't think I've watched it though. I've got three of the westerns picked out already. I'm not going to tell you what they are, but I will tell you this much. I am going to give you guys a chance to vote on the fourth western that I watch in March, which ironically will probably be the first one that I show. So keep your eyes peeled for a poll sometime in February where I'll be like, okay, guys, here are the westerns I'm watching. Here's your chance to make suggestions, and then I'll basically include the top three along with the fourth one that I was considering, and then we'll vote on those. So, all right, let's see. Raquel Welch starred in Hanny Calder. Oh, really? Well, I may have to watch it then because, Raquel Welch. And I am quite she's fun to look at for me. She is so much fun to look at. She's so pretty. She's so beautiful. So, it's a very controversial show, so you're kind of scared to say. Well, you don't need to say it here. I mean, like you could just message me on Discord if you don't want to say it here. That's fine. Um, but I mean, I'm not going like I'm not going to judge you. I'm clearly not going to judge you because I've probably never seen this show. So, let's see. Steve Reeves was a bodybuilder and actor. He played Hercules in two movies. What two movies did he play Hercules in? Because I mean, I suppose it's possible that I've seen them, but I was kind of looking over my resume of Greek like mythology movies that I watched, and I'm like, I haven't seen most of these, maybe any of them. So, but trouble is sitting in my lap, and she is just looking up at me, and she's like, Dad, Dad, pay attention to me. I'm already giving you pets and snuggles and loves. Yeah, my beautiful little girl. My beautiful little girl who lives up to her name. All right. It's Has Been Hotel. You're a fan of it, but a lot of people hate it because of the dirty jokes and themes they talk about. Okay, so I know several of my coworkers have talked about Has Been Hotel. So that one's been on my radar for a little while anyways, but not in a big way. And I mean, like, so you're definitely not alone in recommending it to me. So Hercules and Hercules Unchained. Okay. All right. I'll keep those in mind for possibilities then. But I definitely want to watch Disney's Hercules because I've never seen that. And I've just been told by way too many people that is so good. You really should watch it. How have you not watched it? Because I really do like Greek mythology, but most of my love for Greek mythology comes from the actual myths. And usually some derivative works, usually in the form of video games. Like there's a game called Immortals: Phoenix Rising, which I think is a fantastic game. And like the God of War games and stuff like which I haven't played. So just be worried. Has some strong themes they talk about, especially in episode 4 in season 1. Okay, so Mesozoic. I don't know if you ever tune in for the superhero sanctuary streams that I've been doing, where I play superhero video games, and I played the first half of the first season of Dispatch just earlier this month. And their fourth episode starts with a wet dream, okay? And I put on the censored version because I'm streaming and everything, but like I have a pretty good imagination, and I know what they were, I have a pretty good idea what they were showing, talking about, and doing. So yeah, no, it's you don't have to worry about offending me for stuff like that. I know I give off like 40-year-old virgin vibes, but I swear to God, I can I can talk about this stuff. This is not a problem for me. So it's a-okay. They were so successful that they created an entire genre of Italian muscle man movies. Really? That's interesting. That is really interesting. Hercules is great. Yeah, no, I have to see it. Hercules has been played by The Rock, Lou Ferrigno, and Arnold Schwarzenegger. I can definitely believe that. So, CG says that Has Been Hotel is one of the greatest cartoon shows that he's seen in a long time. And, I mean, To be fair, CG and I don't always share the same taste in things, but there is quite a bit of overlap. So if he recommends it, I'm willing to at least give it a chance and give it a shot. So, hey, you don't give 40-year-old vibes, just 60s no no, I'm joking. I mean, I may not be as young as I used to be, but I'm apparently still older than I look. So, whatever. I'll take it while I've got it. That was a good zinger right there, Mesozoic. Respect. So yeah, I mean, I could put Has Been Hotel, like, does Has Been Hotel, does it have a lot of musical numbers in it or what? Because I'm unfamiliar with it. So CG coming in with the flattery. I appreciate that. You thought that I was about 30, so I've aged incredibly well. Okay. Did I ever see the TV show with Kevin Sorbo? I saw the occasional episode of it, and it just like I never got into it. Like I never got into Xena Warrior Princess either, and I heard that that was the better show. But like part of the reason is it just had that way too kind of slick and polished look that you get from a lot of TV shows. And so I just didn't really like it, just didn't really grab me. And Xena Warrior Princess kind of felt the same way, and I know those two shows were kind of in the same shared universe. But I'd have a hard time watching any of the Kevin Sorbo shows now because Kevin Sorbo has kind of revealed himself to be kind of a crap human being. And so I don't know how much I would want to support his work at this point. So, all right. Has Been Hotel is certainly a 10 out of 10 show for CG. Okay. It does have a lot of songs. All right. Each episode of Has Been Hotel has musical numbers. Nice. Okay. CG likes Xena. The less said about Kevin Sorbo's politics, the better. But he likes Lucy Lawless a lot. Yeah, Lucy Lawless has proven to be she's been proven to be rather delightful in person from everything I understand. So they did a spin-off called Young Hercules. It starred someone named Ryan Gosling. Okay, who the hell is this Ryan Gosling dude? No clue who the people keep bringing him up, and I don't think I've seen a single movie of his, and I know who Ryan Gosling is. As a matter of fact, last year one of the movies that I watched was La La Land. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. It was God, it was sad, but like it was good. Is that whole showbiz kind of thing. What else have I seen Ryan Gosling in? Um, you know what I also okay, you know what I know Ryan Gosling best from? He did a guest appearance on Saturday Night Live, and he was in this he's been in two skits on Saturday Night Live. I think they were different appearances that have made me lose my shit. Like I laughed my ass off at these two skits. One of them involves this these two people interviewing people who claim that they were abducted by aliens. Ryan Gosling was one of the abductees. Kate McKinnon was another one, and she was so good. She was fantastic that she made Ryan Gosling break character like throughout the whole skit. I can't I to this day I cannot watch that skit without losing it because like Kate McKinnon was so good in that number. But he did another skit on Saturday Night Live. I think it was a later appearance where he shows up as this guy who he's wearing the shirt and he's got the hairstyle and everything, and he looks like Beavis from Beavis and Butthead. Okay, and then like they've got one of their regulars in Butthead like attire and makeup too. And it's just funny because like they're at this talk on AI, and one of the scientists is or one of the like the guests there, he notices Ryan Gosling looking like Beavis, and he's like, uh I'm sorry, could you ask that gentleman to move? He looked like Beavis from Beavis, but it is hilarious. I lost it as soon as I watched that skit. So um let me see what else. She was also on Spartacus. Okay. You only know Ryan Gosling from Barbie. Oh yeah, that's right. He was in Barbie. He was pretty good. He's pretty good as Ken. I like that one. Another reason why Mesozoic was a bit hesitant was because the fan base for Has Been and the haters are toxic. I see war about the show every day on Twitter. I mean, you could say that about many fandoms, though. I mean, there's a percentage of the Star Wars fan base that I find extremely toxic and always present. Doctor Who fans can be pretty bad. There are certain Star Trek fans that I'm just like, shut up and don't ever talk again. So you know, toxic fans are not they're nothing new to me. So uh, a CG is a huge fan, but also likes to imagine that he's not one of the toxic ones. I mean, CG, I have a hard time believing that you're toxic. You just don't you don't give off that vibe. So nobody seemed to like the Fall Guy. I think we showed that at the library once. I wasn't able to watch it. I think I was only able to drop in and watch about 10 minutes of it, but I liked what I saw. So Mesozoic says, "Oh, trust me, the Godzilla fan base is rough too." Oh yeah, no. I mean, hell, I like the Dresden Files, okay? And the 18th book, 12 months just came out this week. And already, because I'm a member of a Jim Butcher appreciation group on Facebook, and already I'm seeing people saying, "Well, guys, I've got news for you. Stormfront is no longer the worst book in the series," referring to the current release. And I'm just like, dude, shut up. If you didn't like it, that's fine. But if you're going to post crap like this, like, at the very least, you could try to be like, okay, here are some of my problems with it, and then put a spoiler tag on it because it's only been a week since the book came out. But if you're going to drop crap like that, then why are you bothering to post? Like, roll your eyes, take the L on the time that you lost reading the book, and then just move on and never read any of Jim Butcher's stuff again, which is clearly not going to happen. But that's how people are. So toxic people exist. Hell, I was playing Marvel Rivals last night with Nara. If you guys have seen me play Marvel Rivals, I'm dog shit at the game. Okay, I can't aim properly. I have this thing where like when I'm about to pull the trigger, like my entire hand moves, and if you're holding a controller, that's bad. I start slamming into other buttons and everything, and so I lose the target at the last second. And I do that all the time, and I'm probably never going to improve because I don't play Marvel Rivals enough. But like there are people playing me and Nara in a quick match, which is an unranked match, and people are just sending message saying you guys suck. And then, like and I'm just like, okay, all right, fine. I'm just going to make sure to avoid you as a teammate in the future. Um you're going to find toxic people no matter where you go. Hell, I get toxic people on this chat sometimes. They'll hit the subscribe button, wait the 5 minutes, and then just be like, "You suck. You post clickbait." Blah, 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 blah. And I just mute those people. I just do. Um because I don't have the bandwidth or the time or the mental space to really listen to them. They don't like what I'm doing, they can move on and I'll make them move on. So. Queen Glamazona says that she always tries to be polite to everyone else that she interacts with. That's a good philosophy. That works with her in real life as well. Yeah, I gave up playing video games a long time ago. Queen Glamazona, I mostly play video games on this channel. You've subscribed on the one night of the week that I'm doing movie reactions and watch parties instead, in which I do them every Friday. So you can count on that. If you're not a big fan of video games, I mostly play cozy games these days. I play a lot of Stardew Valley, Coral Island, stuff like that. But I'll also try some of the try-hard stuff like Marvel Rivals. I play superhero games. I play Batman Arkham City. I just played Horizon Zero Dawn this week and last week, which I thought was a really good game. So I definitely love my video games, but they're definitely not the only thing I do. So, um, all right, Mesozoic says that he's been playing the Avatar Frontiers of Pandora lately, and it's pretty fun. Not a fan of the films, but he loves the world of Pandora. Okay, all right. I I mean, I don't know if I'm ever going to touch those games. I saw the first movie and I have no desire to see any of the other movies because it's very Dances with Wolves to me, which is another one of those movies that it has like uh I hate bringing politics into this, but it has a white savior narrative that I just can't I can't get past it, you know? And like Dances with Wolves does that. Doctor Strange does it to some extent, like pretty heavily actually. And it's just like I'm not a fan of that kind of trope, so, the latest Avatar isn't doing well in theaters. Um well, I'm not going to wish the franchise badly because I want the people who enjoy it to continue to enjoy it, but I'm not I'm just not crazy about it. I watched the first one and it's a very visually pretty movie, but like I just I didn't understand I didn't understand the sheer amount of love that it was getting. It's like, yes, this is a visually pretty movie, but I don't care for the story at all. So, the first film is so cliche, it doesn't help the other films retell the same story. Okay. Kind of hope that Avatar has run its course, but if other people want it to continue, then, I mean, you know. All right, for what it's worth, CG has seen the second Avatar film and thought it was a big step up from the first film. I mean, I'll take your word for it, but I don't see myself watching it anytime soon. I'm just going to be honest. So, well, it is doing well, but not nearly as well as the last two. Well, sometimes these things do run their course rather quickly. So you can only do what you can do, right? You know. It's like Mesozoic. Aren't you one of the people telling me do not watch the second Pacific Rim movie? Which, so far I've just been like, oh, need to watch it then. That first one was fantastic. I loved it. It was so good. All right. CG is a casual fan of Avatar at best. Okay. The How to Train Your Dragon movies are the Avatar movies, but wow. Wow. That is like one of the best backhanded compliments I think I have ever heard. Yeah, yeah, it's the Avatar movies, except they're good. Wow. Very, very nice. Yeah, no, I know you love those movies, and I love those movies too. I still make the argument, and I know you disagree with me, Mesozoic. I still make the argument that the third one, while a good capper, is to me the weakest out of the three. I don't know. Second, Pacific Rim is laughable. Okay. All right. Yet more people who are just like, no, 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 no. Do not bother. Do not watch that. You are wasting time that you will not get back. So, yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. So, Oh man. What a day. What a day. This has been a good this has been a good stream though. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. I really do. I really do. It's always fun when you guys show up and you have things to say, not just about the movies, but about stuff we're talking about afterwards. I really enjoy it. And I just want you guys to know I appreciate it when you do that. So, all right. CG respectfully disagrees about How to Train Your Dragon. He's only seen the second film and struggled to stay awake while watching it. Uh, I mean, CG, I respect your opinion, but I don't know where you're getting this one. To me, the first one is amazing. The second one to me is even better. And then the third one is like still pretty good, but not as good. So, but again, this is one of those instances of CG and I, like, we agree on some things, and then there are other things where we can watch the same thing and come away with completely different experiences from it. And that's okay. That's fine. It happens. So no offense, CG, but you're dead to me. Oh, oh man, yeah. No, I really like that second one though quite a bit. So you know. I will say that if you've only watched the second one, though, you're kind of putting yourself at a disadvantage because the first one, like, you can kind of pull like the world together, but like the world in the first one is fairly different enough from the world in the second one that there might be some context that you're missing. So, thoughts on Tangled getting a live action remake? Well, I've seen two of the live action remakes of Disney movies. I tend to avoid them for the most part. I've seen I saw Lilo and Stitch in theaters last year. I thought it was okay. They definitely made some significant alterations, but I was like, this isn't as good as the cartoon, but it's not bad either. It's okay, The other one that I saw just recently was the 2015 Cinderella, and I liked that. I thought that was good. Now I might be biased because I feel like they definitely wrote a lot of Kate Blanchett's scenes. I feel like they wrote a lot of her scenes with the idea in mind that, oh God, it's Kate Blanchett. We're gonna let her just carry some of these scenes. But but yeah, like a lot of them I've just gotten such negative impressions from reviewers and from people that I trust and everything, whose opinions that I trust on these issues, that I just haven't watched a lot of them. So as far as Tangled goes, have I seen Tangled? I think I have seen Tangled, and I liked it okay. Um, I'm not that excited for a Tangled live action remake. Like if it gets made and then I get word that it's good, I'll probably go watch it. But at least from the outset, I'm just kind of like, oh, they're remaking Tangled now. Okay, all right, well, let them do it. They're doing it with everything else. So Disney gonna Disney. So Mesozoic is so tired of these live action remakes. Yeah, at least we both like has been. Leo and Stitch remake was atrocious, was awful. I mean, again, I respectfully disagree. It definitely wasn't as good as the cartoon, but I was entertained by it. I liked it just fine. I didn't really have an issue with some of the big changes that they made. They took out one of the villains who I think that move I think the cartoon, if it had any issues, it had too many villains in it. So I like that they took one out and then switched another one in. I thought that was like a good piece of creative license that they took. So, but that's just me. So, let's see. The live action Disney Alice in Wonderland films have CG's adaptation of the story. Oh, his favorite adaptation of the story. Okay, all right. Avoid Snow White at all costs. Really? Really? Okay. All right. So if I get a date that tells me she wants to take her to see it, just be like, no, no, you go ahead. I don't I need that time back, you know. All right, Mesozoic is heading off. All right. Thanks for hanging out, Mesozoic. I appreciate it very much. You have a good evening and I will see you later. So yeah, I had no plans to see Snow White anyway. So so yeah, thank you for the recommendation. I appreciate it. So all right, guys. This has been a good movie. This has been a good chat. I appreciate it. We had a nice long conversation afterwards. Do I think The Incredibles will ever get a live action version? Ooh, God. Will they ever get a live action version? Okay, so that one I've got feelings about. I hope not. I hope not. I mean, now that Disney owns Pixar, I think those movies were made before Disney owned Pixar. But now that they own it, they could technically do that. I kind of hope not. I don't know. Is Tangled a Pixar movie? I don't think it is. Like that's a oh God. What studio made Tangled? Okay, yeah, it was Walt Disney Animation. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Um, yeah, I don't know. I hope they leave Pixar alone. Like, don't touch Toy Story, don't touch Monsters Inc., don't touch Cars, even though I've never seen it. Just leave those movies alone. I think that Pixar has like earned its place as a this is a sacred cow you really should not try to touch. But you never know. Again, Disney gonna Disney. So, all right. Okay, guys. I think I'm going to go ahead and head off. I know I'm off tomorrow, which is why I've had 2 beers tonight. Um, but I think I'm going to go ahead and call it for tonight. I might log into Marvel Rivals for a little bit, try to do some dailies, and then go to sleep. So I think I'm going to do that. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it so much. Take care. And again, feel free to look for me on the, every Friday evening at 9 p.m. That's when I do Film First Friday. I'm always watching a movie that I've never seen before. So if it's on Film First Friday, I've never seen it. So, feel free to visit me for my video game streams as well, especially the cozy games. I'm willing and able to do more talking to people during the cozy game streams. So I'm going to head off. Thank you guys for being here. Take care. This is Spidey Librarian. And until my next stream or upload, I'll be wishing you a good day. Bye.